Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I've just finished sewing and putting together the cover. I'll show you a close-up of. I just did the stitching along there, French knots, and actually sewed along there. I put some Tim Holtz papers in the front. In the middle of it. So I'll be using that, and this is how it's turned out. I've just sewn all the way around there like that. I really love how these have turned out like this. So what I'm going to be doing today, I just love it. And the Tim Holt papers just sort of match that. It's sort of a naturey theme, even though it's a sewing journal. The colours are quite naturey, but I did want to bring in some of the pinks and all that kind of stuff here because I love the nature colours, but I also love pink and green. So, and this is beautiful, beautiful fabric. It's the vintage bark cloth. Just love it. So what I would like to do today, here are my pages that I've got. I think I showed you in the last one. I didn't want to do any more than 4. This is why I folded them up, because by the time I add booklets and do all the sewing and everything, and I wanted to do a technique today where I am going to put some Vlizer Fix on here. I saw this on Roxy Creations by Sarah, that's Rachel's sister, and she'd seen this on a Nick the Booksmith on how to do easy making, what are these things called, the snippet rolls. But so I want to use that same technique to do this and then to sew it and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is, probably not a bad width. So how wide is this? Okay, so I'd like to, so it's about 5, so a little bit less than 5. Okay, so this is actually called Vlizer Fix, which is a double-sided, it's like sticky stuff, and I'd like to cut this. It's just a little under 5. I'm going to do 5, but might stick it a little under 5. Well, it's not straight there, so I'll straighten it up and then come back and straighten it again. Okay, so we'll cut this. Oops. There we go. I might even do it that way. It seems to go better that way. Okay, flatten out curly stuff. So I'll go 5. And I might even do 1 less than 5, like a 1/4 inch less, just so it's straight. Oh, grief. There we go. I might need to stand up, I think, because sometimes starting off on these things isn't always easy. There we go. Okay, now let's see how long this is. Probably need to cut a few of these. Okay, so that's 5 across. Is what I want to do. So we'll figure out how long this is, but you've got to remember some of it's go in a little bit. 6, 15, 3/4. Okay. Luckily, this is actually quite a long. It's not easy sometimes. Okay, 15 3/4. About there. Move it over. Doesn't look like it's straight on that end either. 15 1/2. 15 3/4. And I'll need to straighten it up on that end. There we go. Come on there. There it is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn it around and straighten it up on that end because I think it was a little crooked. Okay, 15 3/4. Straight on the other end. There we go. That's it. A little bit extra. Okay. Hope my head wasn't in the way. Doing quilting and sewing and all that kind of stuff is quite mathematical sometimes. Now, get my ironing board. Tiny little one. Well, it does fit. And then I'm going to have that out like that, and we'll turn our thing on. I'm still here, guys. Putting in my iron. Okay, so we just do this bit. Might iron that flat as well. Oop. It's gone off because I had the heater on, so I'll turn the heat off and we'll push the button. There we go. It really doesn't like having too many things on at once. It sort of shorts out the thing. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'll put this on here. I may cut off the corners. I really don't want. Well, there goes my Google, because everything's turned back on. And it's raining like crazy outside. My husband's currently on the treadmill, which is just out the window, just as well he's undercover. It's a pretty cold day today. Okay, here we go. So, now, this is sticky stuff. So what we're going to do is iron that down. Okay. Then let it cool down a little bit. I'll turn my iron down. There we go. And put it away so I don't burn myself. Okay, so what we're getting now is all bits and pieces. I'll just put that one in there. See, I've still got 4 of these to do. So I'm going to have fun doing that. Now, I might just leave the ironing board on there. Now you've got to remember that it is that way, so things, if you're going to put things on there, so I will leave it open, tuck that underneath a little bit. So we pull this off. Oh, really stuck on there and not really cooperating too much. Take this off, and so you're left with a sticky surface. I just thought this was a really good idea when I saw it. Now I've got my laces, got some bits and pieces, got remnants of what I used for the back, little pieces here, these little bits and pieces, lace. There we go, some of this green. I sort of want to, you know, keep it within this. I might put this up there, get some of the colours. Okay, there we go. Just to motivate me, what colours we could use this way. Now, and I've got a big box now with lots of pretty pieces which I want to use. There we go. So what we do is, really love this. We could probably have big pieces and then stick some smaller pieces underneath, over the top with lace and that. Okay. Here's my scissors. Do really love that. These are very pretty. Okay. And then what we're going to do with this, hopefully I am in camera, I'm going to double check how low can I go. I'll put it up a little higher. There we go. Push that. It's still in camera. So, having big pieces I don't mind. Now where's the middle? Is here, which I think is good because we're going to be folding in the middle. So I'll have that, really like that. I'd even get a big piece on the other side. Got to remember, even though it's one big long piece, it really is sort of like a double-sided, probably. Actually, I'll do the nice seam on that side. I can cut a little bit here. Love this. This is seersucker, which is a real sort of vintage fabric of I don't know, 50s, 60s. Got that on eBay. Great place to get this old stuff. Okay. Now on this side, I'd actually like to put some of this down, sort of ties in with the other side, and I'm going to put some lace and all that kind of stuff on the other one. At the moment I'm just putting things on there. Okay. What else we got? Got some really pretty fabrics here. I've got another half of a doily which may look nice on top of there, so I'll probably do that. Things like this. It'll go here. Now, this is really pretty. I wonder if I put a bit of that underneath. Yep. I'll go all the way across. That might work. Then we need to put something underneath there. So, get myself a bit of nice fabric. Some lace. Really do have to be careful. Quite like that. Now, this side seems to have more of a softer subtleness to it, which is what I would like to encourage. And then this side, I will still have some of this. Probably should have my bigger scissors, which are near the sewing machine. Okay, that's going to go underneath as well. I need to cut that a little straighter and have some other fabric underneath it. What have we got? I'd like something a little bit more vintagey, since we're going with the vintage theme. Oh, I love that. I think that's going to probably, a little bit will be sewn on there. I think I do need to get my scissors. Okay. Okay, the bigger scissors. That way you can soften up that a little bit. Okay. What do we got? I really do like this fabric. I'm just wondering whether I've got a piece of that. I may have. Yep, here we go. Got that, which I really like. I actually quite like this green. and it's got more of a green on this side, so I may bring that out over here, because we only need a small bit. And this actually needs to be straight. Hopefully that's come up a little straighter. Okay, here we go. It's going to go underneath. Don't see that anyway, so it's okay. It is a sewing sampler journal after all. It really does need to have little bits and pieces. I'm wondering whether that is going to go on there because it's a bit softer, and I have a piece of this on there which I think may work better. The colour is quite pretty. A bit of frayed stuff there. I mean, I could probably iron this first lot down because that's all on that Flies Fix, and then the other stuff I will put down later. Okay, here we go. So get my iron out, turn it up a little. Okay. Okay. There we go. So at least the first layer is now being held down, which is quite nice. Okay. Now the next layer may not be as easy, so I might even put a couple of little drops of glue and my thing down. Now this art glitter glue is pretty much tacky glue, so that will work. Just on a few little bits and pieces. Just to keep it down. I mean, you can probably pin it, but I like the old glue. I mean, there's glue underneath as it is. Great. Okay, that's quite pretty. And then definitely going to need it on here, just a few bits and pieces. Might even put some there. There we go. Then we're going to go over it with some stitching all over the place. See, some of this isn't even glued down. I might just put a bit of glue on the points. There we go. So they'll stay down. Hopefully. Now I've got this. Put it up in camera. I mean, when I do the sewing, I'll have to turn it off and I'll show you what I've done. It doesn't stand up on there. Bit of an angle. At least I know here is around about where the middle, where it's going to be folded over. Okay, now this little baby. So if you do big beats, it's not going to take as long. I've got to do 4 of these, and I'm going to be using up my leftover bits, and it's not going to, I don't want it to be like my massive slow stitching project where it just takes forever. Okay, now where is my scissors? Almost round that off as well. Okay, this is a really pretty piece. Got a couple of them. I'd like to maybe put a little bit more, like a bit of lace or something. Bit of something. This is a really nice. Almost looks like a little crown, doesn't it? Okay, hang on a minute. What have we got? Oh, this is pretty. This is pretty. We'll see. Have a look at this. Got this gorgeous piece of lace. I might do another one where I do these really pretty blue tones on another one. How cool is that? It's going to be a corner. Very, very blue. Oh, it's got a little bit of blue here. I've got this. I could probably use that. That might be better. That's the right way. Got to bring out some of the blues from there. Now, at the moment, all it is doing is just keeping it down. That's why you only have minute amounts Okay. Is it the right way? Or is it the wrong way? I think I'll go this way. Tuck that underneath. There we go. Now, what else have we got? Be nice to put a couple of motifs or something on there. It'll be tucked in there. Or along there. That's the right way. Yep, that looks nice, and I can probably put a button or something on there. So not to overdo it, but while I'm overdoing it, but I'm just enjoying using some of my leftover pieces stuff. I think I cut this off my what was it? My what's her name? Oh, that really makes sense. My what's her name? Now this has sort of got more of a white thing. This is white too, but definitely want to do a creamy one. Now some motifs would be nice, like a butterfly. Some of these are nice. Quite like doily. Might even chop up that. So I've got these really pretty things. This tiny little piece. Leaves. Here we go. This is the bit that I've been chopping off. Got these too. Aren't they gorgeous? That in that and in the pink. Okay. Well, I was chopping on that one anyway. So here's my little one. I've often dyed these pieces. It's really pretty. Wonder if that'll go along the whole lot. Probably. Might do that. Glue that down. Then add another piece of that. And on this side, I might add a butterfly or two. A massive butterfly. Sort of cover up that part. I think it's nice having it on the. I think this shape is better. Okay, that way or that way? Hard to tell with these things. Okay, I think it is that way, and I do like that shape better. But at the same token, I have one each side. Now, I may sew some of that on there. Only trouble when you do that, the beads come off, see? So you have to glue them in. Might glue that with the this one. Tends to be a little bit more better. And this I may even put on last, like after I finish sewing. Glue this piece of fabric down so it won't undo the other ones. Okay, that may come undone as well, so I'll undo this and glue that. There we go. Might not hurt to have a dollop of glue underneath all of them, to be honest. Oop. I think I will sew first and then glue that down. So put that aside. Had this as well, but nope. I did want to have maybe one of these on there as well. Great little things. Maybe on this side. Put some beads in there, and then once I've got that down there, I think that will probably be enough, and then I'll sew it. So what I'm going to do is, that is placed on the wrong way, but I want it to go that way, so just as well these look good either side. Okay, where's this? Okay, oh, it's raining again. Love the sound of rain on the roof. There we go. Now I've got to be careful when I put this down. Might as well use the whole lot since I've got that little piece left. Okay, there we go. Steady. this little guy. Now I've got a cream thread which I'm going to use, and then I'm just going to just randomly sew things down. I mean, if you want to, you can do this by hand, but I don't want to. Okay, now sew that, glue this down. So if you haven't got this glue, it's just basically tacky glue, which is really good for holding fabrics down. And because it's in that small nozzle, you're not actually getting a massive amount. It's just enough to tack it down. And you've got glue underneath with the flies affix anyway, so I do want to stick it. And that's being, I may have to put that on last. Okay, because of those these, but while I'm here, I'm just, okay, so what I'll do now, I'll take it to the machine, and I'll probably I'll sew around the outside, but then I'll probably just follow the pattern of it. I may even hand stitch, you know, in the center of these some pearls, or do some, what are they called, French knots or something like that, and the same with those. So I'll just sew to the shape, like I'll sew the shape of the things, and then I'll put that on. So I'll be back in 42 minutes. Wow. So okay, well, I'll be back and then I'll show you what I've actually stitched. Okay guys, here I have just stitched. Actually, I'll show you on the back. Oop, that's just fallen over. Might even just put it away. I don't know if you can see. Oh, the only trouble with it, I don't know if you can see it. I've just followed along, you know, the path of the well, I'll show you on this side, hopefully. Just get sewn along there, on like sewed all the way around the outside, sewn around there, sewn around here around the butterfly, just along there, up and down here, through there, and up and around. So what I might do, I'm going to do a little bit of hand stitching. I'll probably cut bits of the threads off, and then I'm going to fold that up like that. Then I am going to probably do a zigzag stitch from down there all the way across the bottom and up here, so it's being held down, and even maybe just a straight stitch here, so hold that down so that at least the pockets will be in place. I just love it. I just think it looks really pretty. And because it's folded over on this side, it's not going to have, you know, you can't see it. And it's in the creams. You can see in the cream. I've just followed it, so it's not a, you know, I don't know if you can see that properly. It does flicker. It's a bit of a pain. Okay guys, well, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. One down and 3 more to go. So I probably will do some of this stuff off camera, or I've sewn some of this. Oh, here we go. Better hold that down. I sewed around a little bit of it just to hold that down. But I quite like how, see, you got a different theme here, and that's a little bit more pinky, but it still all works really well together. So that's how you do it, and most of it, so like I'm not too worried about having to stitch too much, because the base of it has been held down with that Vlies affix, so it's all good. I might even just do a couple of little, just tiny little bits. I'm going to do some French knots along there. You know, if you really wanted to, you could probably do some French knots or whatever in between that. really go all out or just minimal. I might even stitch a couple of antennae, just a back stitch and then a French knot on the top for the butterflies. So there you go, very happy with that, and I will catch you. It might be a little while because it's slow stitching and I've got to do 4 of these before I come back, and because it's basically going to do the same thing, so I'll do that behind the scenes, and might even do a couple of other projects in between. I'll just catch you when all 4 of these have been stitched, and then I'm probably going to I was actually thinking of putting some papers in the middle of it as well. So yeah, so rather happy. Let's see how different that looks on either side. Really nice. Okay guys, I'll catch you in the next episode of whatever I do. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.